Welcome back to our program. Congress is enraged over the actions that have happened within the White House purview. The IRS, Benghazi continues to be an issue. The Associated Press having all their phone lines bugged in Washington by the Justice Department without any justification, apparently. And so when you look at all this together, it's been a really lousy week for the president. Having said that, let's take a look. Benghazi. Benghazi is the second largest city in Libya. Tripoli is the capital, the largest city, some 300 miles away. The embassy in Benghazi was attacked. The ambassador was killed along with 3 other people. A terrible miscalculation of security. Now, everybody's passing the buck. The White House says, well, Congress did not appropriate the money they'd asked for it, that Republicans particularly had voted down the funding for security. Republicans primarily are accusing the White House of bungling it, saying they should have found some way to put more security. They're both at fault. There should have been more money appropriated for the protections of our embassies overseas, number one. Republicans certainly carry some of the weight of the wrongdoing here. Number two, you have the White House that didn't provide security. Now, we can put 200,000 troops in Afghanistan and Iraq, but we can't divert a few troops over to Benghazi to protect the embassy. If we cannot protect our embassies, we shouldn't be there. End of story, simple as that. And you can't tell me that we couldn't have diverted, if the embassy in Benghazi was important enough, some military personnel from the armed forces over there, over to Benghazi. So there's fault to go to cascade all around. Bad situation. We learned from our lessons. I don't think we gain anything by continuing to use it for political purposes and beat up on the issue. It's over and done. State Department, Mr. President, either give protections or shut the embassy down, number one. Number two, the whole IRS scandal, if you will, and there is great fault there for the IRS. Nobody likes the IRS. I don't like him. You don't like him. Nobody likes the IRS. Having said that, these 501c4 certificates that go out, giving tax-exempt status to a variety of groups, raise some questions in my mind. I think it's the system that's at fault. I don't see why a group that raises millions and millions of dollars to pour into political campaigns should be given tax-free status. I don't have tax-free status. Do you? Does your business out there, anything you lobby for, do you get tax-free? I don't. I make a political contribution. It's not tax-free. I'm taxed on, it's the money that I pay taxes on. So why are we giving tax-free status to a why are we giving the 504C designation to hundreds and thousands of these political groups that have sprung up after the Citizens United decision by the Supreme Court saying you can give unlimited money to various PACs? We've seen a whole proliferation of PACs jump up and want to have a tax-free status. Tea Party PACs, conservative PACs, liberal PACs, the NAACP, the Tea Party, any group that raises millions of dollars to pour into political campaigns should not be given the status of 501(c). Those are reserved for groups that do good works, and that's the definition. Now, social welfare is the definition. That's what the law says. And social welfare means a variety of things. Turn this down here, excuse me, turning down my speaker. I'm talking too loud. Social welfare means the Red Cross, means Cancer Society, means the United Way. It is companies that do good works. And we're not seeing that in these 504C corporations that really are formed to pour money into political campaigns. They're not the same as a nonprofit. They shouldn't be treated that way. So I blame the IRS for nitpicking and getting into it. I don't see any evidence it was used politically, quite frankly, in spite of what Republicans are hollering. Republicans are just as fault as are the Democrats for allowing these corporations to exist under the law, giving tax-free status, special consideration, being labeled nonprofits when that's not their purpose. Their purpose is to win elections, fund candidates, and that's wrong. Again, fault on both sides of the spectrum.